Most men talk too much, say too little, and still wonder why she's not drawn to them. But there are a few rare words. Words that don't just impress her. They touch something deeper. Words that come from a man who's lived, who doesn't chase attention, but commands presence. At Echoes of Stoicism, we don't teach you to flatter. We teach you to resonate, to speak the kind of sentences that bypass her logic and go straight to her emotions. In today's episode, we'll reveal 6 powerful phrases that younger women secretly love hearing from older men, but would never admit. Not because they're inappropriate, but because they're disarming. Seductive, unforgettable. Let's begin. Number 1. You're more mature than most women I know. This phrase is powerful because it directly appeals to her ego and self-esteem. Younger women, especially those attracted to older men, want to be seen as unique and different from other women their age. By saying she's more mature, you're highlighting that she's special, intelligent, and possesses qualities that others lack. Why does it work? Younger women often struggle to be taken seriously. This phrase makes her feel like you value her intelligence and maturity. It creates a contrast with what she typically hears from younger men who might treat her superficially. It reinforces your position as an experienced man who can see beyond appearances and appreciate truly important qualities. Pro tip: when you say this, follow up with something more specific, like, "I can tell by the way you speak and make decisions that you have a much more mature outlook on the world." This makes the compliment feel even more genuine and impactful. Number 2. You have an energy that ignites something special in me. This phrase is filled with emotional depth and creates an immediate impact because it combines admiration with a touch of mystery. It makes her feel unique, valued, and responsible for awakening something extraordinary in you. A confident, experienced man. Why does it work? Younger women are drawn to compliments that connect their inner qualities with the effect they have on others. The phrase suggests that there's something about her that goes beyond the ordinary, reinforcing the idea that she's special and different from anyone else. Saying something ignites in you creates a powerful image of connection and desire without being explicit or intrusive. Pro tip: after saying this, follow up with something more personal and specific, like, "I don't know if it's your smile, your presence, or just the way you talk, but it's impossible not to feel inspired when I'm around you." This added detail makes the compliment even more authentic and heightens the emotional intensity of the interaction. How to use it? Say this when the conversation is flowing well, and you're exchanging smiles or laughter. Use a calm and confident tone of voice, making it clear that you mean it genuinely. Finish with a smile or a brief pause before shifting the topic, keeping an air of mystery and leaving her curious about what you're feeling. Number 3. I like how authentic you are. That's rare these days. This phrase boosts her confidence and makes her feel special, but in a unique way. By saying she's authentic, you're implying that she has a standout personality, something that sets her apart from other women. It creates a strong emotional connection and makes her feel closer to you. Why does it work? Young women want to be recognized, not just for their looks, but for who they are as individuals. You stand out from other men by showing you notice her inner qualities. It feeds her desire to be seen as different and special, making her want to be with someone who values that. Pro tip: pay attention to the details. I notice how honest you are and how unafraid you are to show your true self. That's incredible and so rare. This makes the compliment even more personal and impactful. Before continuing, an important notice. Have you ever imagined sending a magnetic text message to a woman and generating in her an uncontrollable desire to be with you just because of that sentence? You may be wondering, what phrase is this? These secret messages awake an uncontrollable desire in any woman. I'm talking about magnetic messages that psychologically invade her brain and mess with her emotional side, making her think about you all the time. Even if she has a boyfriend or only sees you as a friend. Warning: if you send this message to a woman, she will quickly become excited and desperate to see you at any cost. If you don't want this woman to fall in love with you, don't use this message. Number 4, you have a sparkle in your eyes that's simply contagious. A compliment like this goes straight to her heart, highlighting something deeper and more intimate. It avoids cliches and appreciates a unique and striking feature, making her feel seen and admired in a special way. Why does it work? Young women love compliments that go beyond the obvious and show that you notice details other men might overlook. It's a compliment that blends charm and emotion, creating an instant sense of connection. It makes her feel attractive in a way that transcends physical appearance, touching her on an emotional level. Pro tip: follow up with something like, "When you look at someone, it's like you light up the entire room. It's something I don't see in anyone else." This makes the compliment feel even more genuine and exclusive. Number 5, you remind me how good it feels to enjoy the moment. This phrase is charming because it connects her youth with a sense of freedom and spontaneity, qualities that many young women value. By saying this, you're showing that her energy awakens a renewed appreciation for life within you, creating a deep emotional connection. Why does it work? Young women enjoy feeling that they bring something positive and unique to the life of a more experienced man. The phrase shows that you value genuine moments and are open to living fully, but in a mature way. It makes her see you as someone interesting, who appreciates both the present and the lessons of the past. Pro tip: add something like, "Your vibe reminds me how great it is to laugh, enjoy, and let go of worries every now and then. It's inspiring." This further emphasizes the positive impact she has on you. Number 6, just being near you makes my mind start imagining things it probably shouldn't. This phrase is bold and full of insinuation, creating an irresistible tension. It plays with mystery and desire, making it clear that her presence affects you in a deep and intense way. The provocative tone allows her to feel your attraction without being explicit, leaving room for her imagination to take over. Why does it work? Young women love well-executed flirting that balances sensuality with charm. The phrase hints at desire in an intriguing, non-vulgar way, demonstrating sophistication. It shows that you're paying attention to her and that she has a strong influence over you, building both emotional and physical connection. Pro tip: deliver this line with direct eye contact and a subtle smile. Pause strategically before continuing the conversation to create a seductive suspense. Example of a follow-up: it's impossible not to think about how it would feel if it were just the two of us, completely at ease, with no one else around. How to use it: choose a moment when the vibe between you is light and relaxed, but with clear signs of attraction already present. Use a lower, softer tone of voice, as if sharing a secret just between the two of you. If she responds positively, keep the mood playful while subtly implying that you're in control of the situation. This phrase creates an electric connection and ensures she'll be thinking about you long after the conversation ends. To close with a flourish, imagine being able to use a sequence of magnetic messages that ignite chemistry and desire so intense that she can't resist and becomes desperate for you. There's a moment every man will face. She goes silent, withdraws, ignores you. And most men, they panic. They question their worth. They start chasing, desperate for answers, for validation. But not you. At Echoes of Stoicism, we don't teach men to react. We teach them to respond, with presence, with power, with purpose. Because her silence isn't rejection. It's a mirror, a test not of how much you care, but of how well you know yourself. In this episode, you'll learn how to dismantle her ego, not through revenge or games, but through discipline, detachment, and a quiet dominance that speaks louder than words. Let's begin. Why might she be ignoring you, warrior? A woman's silence can feel like a hard blow. It hurts because we are programmed to seek validation, to want approval, especially from those we care about. But what if I told you that her ignoring you is one of the greatest gifts she can offer? Yes, you heard that right. A gift. Most men crumble at the first sign of distance, but not us. We see this as an opportunity, a chance to become stronger and to understand ourselves more deeply. Think about it. Why does her absence affect you so much? Is your worth really tied to her attention? Marcus Aurelius ruled a vast empire, but never allowed others' opinions to sway him. He understood that people come and go, and that we cannot control their actions, only our response to them. Her silence is not a reflection of your worth, but of her own internal struggles. This moment, warrior, is where you separate yourself from the rest. Instead of reacting with desperation, pause. Recognize that her withdrawal is a test, a moment to reflect on your own strength. Perhaps she is testing your patience. Maybe she is dealing with her own issues, or perhaps she simply doesn't like you. Either way, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you react. Being ignored is not rejection. It's a reminder that your value is independent of anyone else. Embrace what you cannot change, warrior. There is power in acceptance. One of the greatest lessons taught by the Stoics is to accept what is beyond our control. When a woman ignores you, you must accept the fact that you cannot force her attention, and you shouldn't want to. This is where most men go wrong. They try to win her back, doubling down on their efforts, or letting their self-esteem crumble. But what do you gain by chasing something that was never under your control? Nothing but wasted energy. Biologically, women are programmed to test, whether consciously or subconsciously. She measures how much influence she has over your emotions. If you react, you've given her exactly what she wanted, the confirmation that she has power over you. But as a Stoic man, you accept the situation as it is and take away that control. Acceptance is a weapon. It says, I see what's happening, and it doesn't affect me. This is the essence of Stoicism. Seneca once said, we suffer more in our imagination than in reality. Your mind is your greatest battlefield. Stop creating suffering over her lack of communication. Focus on the things within your sphere of influence. Your mindset, your growth, your peace. That's where true strength lies. Let go of what you cannot change and find a freedom like no other. 1. Apply reverse psychology. It's time to play a strategic game, not one of desperation. One of the most effective psychological tools you can use when a woman ignores you is reverse psychology. Women are incredibly intuitive and often expect men to react predictably, whether through confrontation, overcompensation, or neediness. But what if, instead of doing what she expects, you do the opposite? The concept is simple. Show indifference. Act as if her lack of attention doesn't bother you, as if you're completely unfazed. When she pulls away, you pull away even more. What happens? Her curiosity gets piqued. She starts wondering why you're not reacting like any other man would. Psychologically, this creates a shift in power. Suddenly, it's her who seeks your attention. It's her who wonders why her games didn't affect you. This isn't about manipulation. It's about maintaining your stance as a man who isn't swayed by external validation. Remember, women are emotional beings, and their egos can be fragile. When you start playing by their rules and then step outside those expectations, you create an aura of mystery and strength around yourself. She begins to pursue you, not because you're playing hard to get, but because you genuinely don't need her approval. That's the difference between high-value men and others. They don't chase, they attract. 2. Focus on improving yourself. Gentlemen, when a woman pulls away, it's easy to fall into thoughts of insecurity, wondering what you could have done differently. But let me remind you of this truth. The best revenge is massive success. The more focused you become on transforming into the strongest, smartest, and most disciplined version of yourself, the less her actions will matter. When she sees you thriving, building an empire within yourself, she'll realize she made a mistake, not you. And if she doesn't realize it, it won't matter because you'll be too focused on your own greatness to care. Remember Epictetus's words. First say to yourself what would be true, then do what you have to do. In whom do you want to become? Warrior, the time she spends away from you should be time invested in yourself. This is your moment to turn pain into progress, to take every ounce of frustration and pour it into the gym, into your career, into your art. Every repetition you make, every skill you master, every goal you conquer brings you closer to becoming the man you're destined to be. High-value men don't wait for women to come back. They build empires with or without them. When you shift your energy from her back onto yourself, something incredible happens. Your confidence grows, your self-esteem skyrockets, and soon enough, you'll realize that her validation was never what you needed in the first place. A woman's attention, like everything in life, is fleeting, but your growth, that's eternal. This is your moment to rise, to build your body, sharpen your mind, and expand your influence. When you become a man who focuses solely on his own path, her absence will feel like nothing more than a distant echo against the backdrop of your greatness. Warrior, for her to ignore you means nothing compared to the power you'll feel when focusing on building yourself up. So rise up, build your empire, become unstoppable. You've just learned how to maintain your power when a woman ignores you. But this isn't just about her. It's about you, your growth, your peace, and your journey toward becoming the best man possible. If you're ready for this challenge, write "challenge accepted" in the comments. Let the world know you're not waiting for anyone's validation. And if this resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content that will fuel your warrior spirit. Remember, this path isn't for the weak. It's for those willing to rise up, to master themselves, and live lives of greatness. Everyone tells you that women want money, status, wealth, a lifestyle. But what if I told you that what truly captivates a woman runs deeper than what's in your wallet? At Echoes of Stoicism, we go beyond cliches. We explore the real instincts, the quiet forces that shape attraction beneath the surface. And today, we're going to uncover 3 timeless qualities that women secretly crave even more than money. Qualities that every man, regardless of his looks or bank account, can develop and use to become undeniably magnetic. Let's break the myth and reveal the truth. It's important to note that in this video, we won't be teaching some cultural aspects. So, the first thing women value more than money is high-value men. You've probably heard this term before, but what does it actually mean? Essentially, a high-value man is anything that evokes attractiveness. When I say attractiveness, I mean biological and instinctual attractiveness. The more you are able to attract a woman, the greater value you will represent not only for her, but also for other girls. Have you ever thought that the more a woman can attract men, the higher her perceived value among other women? The logic is simple. When someone talks about value, it's the same as talking about attractiveness. A high-value man is one who can evoke a high level of attraction. It's important to understand one thing. Men and women perceive value differently. Attractiveness works differently for each gender. The biological explanation boils down to this. Men primarily seek the final act, if you know what I mean. Women, on the other hand, instinctively seek survival. Men subconsciously look for a woman suitable for reproduction, while women look for a man who can ensure their survival. This process occurs biologically, naturally, and instinctively across almost all species on the planet. Imagine the ideal woman that 99% of men would like to see by their side. It's probably a young woman with appealing physical features. And here's where another aspect of male biology comes into play. Men are exceptionally visual and only need a few seconds after meeting a woman to determine whether she is worth pursuing. On the other hand, the ideal man for most women is one who can offer them what they truly value: comfort, safety, and stability. Just as men value and want beautiful women, women value and seek men who embody this triad: comfort, safety, and stability. This is why women have more biological reasons to value money. Whether you think it's right or not, it has always been this way and will continue to be so in the future, because money is precisely that material form which can represent comfort, safety, and stability. This is directly linked to the fundamental instinct that drives women, the desire for survival. But here's where it gets interesting, because we men have an advantage in the game of attraction. If men are biologically attracted to one aspect in women, their beauty, then women are drawn to our abstract qualities. For an unattractive woman, there is only one way to evoke biological attractiveness: become more beautiful. This is one of the main reasons why women spend hours on hair care, makeup, buying clothes, and jewelry. Their initial biological attractiveness is superficial. It's the only way to attract a man's attention. On the other hand, a man who isn't handsome has several ways to become more attractive and increase his value. After all, a high-value man is one who can radiate safety, protection, and stability. And most importantly, these qualities are independent of physical beauty. The key point is that a man can convey this triad in various ways. Some of these are obvious, superficial, and clear, while others are more subtle. For example, a man can show his value by demonstrating financial well-being, good physical fitness, and attractive appearance. Imagine a man arriving at a party in a sports car. He steps out of the car at around 180 centimeters tall, neatly shaven, and looking good. The fact is that when a girl sees such a guy, she naturally shows interest. The reason lies not just in his appearance, but in the stereotype of a successful man that he embodies. Women are biologically drawn to successful men with good physical fitness and presentable appearances, because all of this symbolizes comfort, safety, and stability for them. But here's where the game changes. There's another set of qualities that makes you an even more valuable man. The second thing women value more than money is sociability. This is one of the most important qualities that adds value to a man. Any woman knows that a sociable man has connections, colleagues, friends, and has a wide circle that can easily attract women even without external attractiveness or material wealth. Self-confidence is one of the most powerful attributes that a man can develop. This is the third quality women value more than money. Your connections show that you have the ability to influence people and persuade them to be on your side. Sociable men tend to have excellent communication skills combined with persuasive abilities, makes them strong and attractive individuals. Have you noticed that being able to hold a good conversation is an essential quality for men that women love more than money? Regardless of how you become more attractive, what matters is that every man has means to convey value without relying solely on external factors. We cannot deny that external factors can enhance attractiveness and even make it easier to meet women. However, for a woman to be interested in you, she needs to get to know you, to talk with you, and see your inner qualities. That's why the importance of good conversation is so great. It allows you to showcase your strengths and convey your value effectively. Focus on your development. Find ways to earn more money, live happily, and build good relationships. Regularly exercise and improve your appearance through simple and accessible methods. Invest in what empowers you, primarily acquiring knowledge. Become that leader who attracts women through qualities they secretly seek out in men like you. Returning to self-confidence, it encompasses your personality and, most importantly, your behavior. A confident man who is charismatic, ambitious, and cheerful doesn't just attract women. He becomes their embodiment of what they want by their side. Convey these three values just like rich and men do. When attracting women, your ability to be self-confident alone creates comfort for her, because from the moment you are confident in yourself, she will start trusting you too. Additionally, mastering your emotions conveys stability and security to any woman. She understands you won't lose control during an argument or show aggression towards her. Now, focus on these 3 qualities. There's no need to try doing everything at once. Learn and improve daily. Remember, when you improve yourself, you enhance your life. By improving your life, you'll start attracting women effortlessly. Become a high-value man. Increase your significance. Earn more money. Achieve what others cannot reach. As I've shown you, have opportunities to meet beautiful women, even without perfect looks or wealth. That's all for today, friends. Leave comments sharing how these thoughts resonate with you. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.